Hey all, this Rick Keys. Hey all, this is Rick Keys. Rick Keys Music Caravan here in Oathside, California. And you see, I am wearing the Keys Tiki Bar shirt. Hold on. It's a special occasion. I'm not going to put these on until I announce that. But anyway, I am in Oathside, California. And as you know, we had an earthquake, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the Kindness Matters Motel was kind of shaken up. And everything was kind of shaken up here in Oathside, California. However, we were able to get the Kindness Matters Motel erected properly, straight again, and the Tiki Bar is now going to be open. We're going to have a opening ceremony here in a little bit, but so you see the cool hat. It says "Oh" aside, but it's one of those funky hats. It's like I don't know what do they call them, flip up hats. So are you supposed to wear them like this or like that? I don't know, but anyway, so it's one of those wacky hats that the younger generation seem to think it's cool, but I guess for me at my age that's as cool as I'm going to get, like that. Okay, so anyway, Rick Keys Tiki Bar here in Osai, California. Hey, so anyway, I'm going to start off the show with some new music. By the way, if you're listening from Karachi, Pakistan, or Dhaka, Bangladesh, or there's several cities in India, they should be listening now. If you're listening to the show, thank you for listening. And so we're going to start the show off. I actually found this at a thrift store here in Osai, California. It was Sue Palmer, and Sue Palmer's been around for quite some time here in San Diego County, where Rick Keys lives. I actually live in Osai, California, which is in San Diego County. If you were not familiar with the area, that is all Southern California for all my good friends in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, and all over the world. They're starting to love Rick Keys Music Caravan. So I found this Sue Palmer in the green room, and she is, as I said, local, and she is playing somewhere here locally in not in Oceanside, but in San Diego County. I don't have the name of it, but check it out, Sue Palmer. She's going to be playing with a host of a lot of great local San Diego County blues people. So that's Sue Palmer. I happened to find this, of course, at a thrift store also, and I'd never heard the guy. I saw his name mentioned, and I am like supposedly a blues guru, know everything about blues. Truthfully, I don't. I'm learning every minute of the day. So I saw this guy's name. If I would have heard his music first, I probably would have gone. So I found two of his CDs. John Nemeth. Well, sounds like Hemeth, which is Hemet is a city in well, I guess it's in Southern California, Hemet, but it's known to have a lot of problems with drugs and stuff. So a lot of people call it. Well, I'm not going to say it because then I'll probably be sued for it. But think of it, Hemet. All right. So John Nemeth, and what's it? Come and get it. Play some music off that. So then this was actually, his name is Memphis Gold. It's not his real name, just like Rick Keys isn't my real name, but Memphis Gold is, I think it's Chet. But anyway, we'll have to look into that. He was probably one of my first interviews when I was at, where was I at? KKSM Radio at Palomar College. So that's where I started my career, and I thank them for that opportunity at Palomar College. So as a younger as a young DJ, I was like looking all over the place, looking for interviews to improve my interview skills and my general overall appearance on air. So Memphis Gold, Gator got you biting. No, Gator gonna bite you. So I heard that. Then I got this one from Memphis. It's called Picking in High Cotton. You know, if you think you're a blues person and you haven't picked in high cotton, You don't know the blues. Well, anyway, that song's in there, Memphis Gold. So that was the young gentleman that I interviewed, one of my first interviews, and it was a real fun one. And he's doing pretty well now. I believe he won a lifetime award for something. And somewhere, I'm not sure where it was. So if Memphis, you see this, just correct me and post it on my Facebook site. Kicking in High Cotton, Memphis Gold, a lot of great music on there. Well, while we're in the Memphis mode, I am going to play some more music from the past. Here's some more music from Memphis Mini, picked up at a thrift store. Also, 1933 to 1937, music from Memphis Mini. Not to be let down by a woman, we've got Memphis Slim, a male, and he was actually born in Memphis. Memphis Slim. All right. So, okay, that's kind of the start. So then we're gonna no, not like that. Yep, 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 yep. Everything's backwards. All right. Okay, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. So anyway, now we're into new music that came out in 2025. This one came out about 3 months ago. Still hasn't made it to the RMR chart. Don't know why. Probably because they're not being promoted by someone. So it's a self-release, and I'm trying to promote the hell out of it because it belongs on that RMR chart. It's Gina and Johnny. Johnny Fink is the man, and Free Your Soul. You see those two dots on there. There it looks like there's a top song on there, and then it looks like it's going to make it to the top of my top Rick Keys Music Caravan top blues for 2025. It's that good. As I said, surprised that no one they're not playing it on the RMR chart. This one came in from a friend of mine. It's Mickey Free, and a couple cool songs. I believe Mickey Free is an indigenous native of some state in the United States. I'm not sure, but anyway, Dreamcatcher. He's got some really good music. He's got a cool song with the flute where he's playing the flute. Mickey Free. What was it called again? It's called Dreamcatcher. Okay, and that's the song that I really like. Dreamcatcher. Uh, some new music came out this week, a couple weeks ago. Carolyn Wonderland from Alligator Record Label. Truth is, got a brand new release. Some really hot songs on there. Got a little blue line there. Carolyn Wonderland. So you're going to hear some music off that. Hasn't made it to the RMR chart yet because it's too new. But it will. And I actually had this other Carolyn Wonderland. I saw her in concert. She was great. I purchased this, and I'm going to play some music off that too. Okay, so anyway, let's see what's happening here in Oatside, California. All right, so now, because I don't have to look at anything, uh, as you can see, that kind of distorts everything. Uh, but we're here now. It's pretty hard to see. Okay, there you go. So we're here in Oatside, California, and we are. I better take this off just so I can see what I'm doing. I'll put them on later. All right, don't do that, Rick. Don't spill the whole freaking cart. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is Rick Keys Music Caravan, and we're here, and there it is, in Oatside, California. See the Oatside up top, and I'm Rick Keys, and I am publicizing for the Keys Tiki Bar and Lounge. And as you can see it in the background there, that is the Tiki Bar and Lounge. Let me adjust here. So here we are in Oatside, California. We're all kind of celebrating the reopening of the Kindness Matters Hotel, Motel, and the Tiki Bar. They were both out of function, and we had that minor earthquake. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or something like that. So everything seems to be straightened out, and we're all kind of celebrating with our glasses. Okay, so you see, there's X Keys up there. So X Keys is non-binary. If you really want to know everything about X Keys, then go back and check out all the different shows that I've had in the last 2-3 years. You'll find out. So X Keys is non-binary. Okay, over here Well, there's the anonymous surfer, uh, or the unknown surfer. He's out there. Looks like he's caught a nice wave in California. He doesn't have any sunglasses on, probably because he'll lose them in the water. And there's It Keys. So It Keys is dolling up a little bit. He's got his a set of cool sunglasses or whatever that is. But It Keys, he's non-binary also. And if you didn't know, It Keys, you see him there. That's It Keys. So It Keys is co-owner of the Kindness Matters Hotel here in Osai, California. And there's Me Keys, if you can see him. Me Keys is also celebrating. He's got his glasses on. Those used to be the Joe Biden ice cream glasses, but he's decided to wear them again. So you can see he's proudly standing near his motel downtown. Oh, side kindness matters. There's a tiki bar. Tiki bar's open, and actually, it looks like we've already got some patrons coming into the Kindness Matters Motel. And normally, when they get into the Kindness Matter Motel, staff are instructed to like get them to go up to the tiki bar, spend a lot of money. And so, last but not least, going on here in Osai, California, you see Me Keys. Me Keys is actually waiting for a delivery of pumpkins and crabs to be served at the Kindness Matters Motel and Tiki Bar. So that's going on. The sun's happy, got sunglasses on too. So since the sun has sunglasses on and everyone else has sunglasses on, let's see if I can get out of this freaking chair without screwing anything up. All right, so I got my glasses on. So I'm going to start off on the RMR chart. Number 39. Number 39, Ronnie Baker Brooks, Blues in My DNA. Okay. At number 37, Sunny Blue and the Moons, and it's called Passion and Regrets. Really hard to see. Okay, at number 31, Big Al and the Heavyweights. Blues Power is the title of that one. That's actually a song on there that's really good. Shamikia Copeland comes in at number 30 with Blame It on Eve. And, you know, we still do. It was Eve's fault. She screwed everything up. All this time we're trying to work and struggle to get back to heaven, and we had heaven on earth, and Eve had to eat the dumb apple. But anyway, so at number 26, it is Matt the Rattlesnake Lesh. All right, Matt the Rattlesnake Lesh, Blues Cut Like Glass. Number 23, Mitch Ryder and With Love. Okay, that's Mitch Ryder with Love at number 23. I'm liking these guys. They're coming up with the cool middle names. I've got to come up with the cool middle names. It's Rick Keys. So think about that out there. Rick something Keys. Could be Blues Keys, but that's kind of too obvious. So Rick Blues Keys. So keep thinking. All right. So now this guy's got a cool name. It's Mark Muleman Massey. Good thing they call him Mule Man and not Jackass. Otherwise, it would have been Mark Jackass Massey, but he was smart to change it to Mule Man. So he's got that release. And what's it called? Let me see if I can see that. It's called Been a Long, Long Time. At number 16, Rick Keys being Me's, I actually saw Johnny Rawls up in Laguna Beach with a lovely lady. And he's got a new release called Make Them Dance. Number 16. And number 15, Bob Corratori and Friends with Doing the Shout. These guys aren't on the list, but since they do help get me new music on a regular basis, I am going to play their music. Plus, I really like their music. They're really cool guys, and I like the harmonica play on there. 11 Guys Quartet, 11 by 11. By the way, Rick Keys being me's. I've been seeing a lot of like these numbers coming up, like 444, 111, 1111. You know, they just kind of like been popping up. Well, it started on Easter, on my Easter show. My Easter show, well, Reverend Key's Easter show, not my Easter show. Reverend Key's Easter show, when he was done filming the actual part where you see him, uh, the video ended up at 316. Well, if you're a Christian, you know what 316 is. God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son. Okay, so anyway, Reverend Keys, that's the timing on his video. All right. Well, so anyway, he told me right when he went out the door or whatever, he just doesn't look at the clock all the time, but when he did look at the clock, it was just 316. So don't know if that's a message or not, but Rick Keys being me, I've been seeing a lot of numbers lately too. I saw some 333s and 444s and 111s. And so anyway, that was interesting. That was 11 guys quartet, and it's called 11 by 11. All right, let's continue at number 11, Southern Avenue. So Southern Avenue, new group. Well, they've been out about 4 or 5 years. That's their first one. A lot of great songs on there. They were with a different label, and then they joined up with Alligator record label. My friends, Alligator record label, they have a brand new release. It's called Family. So you're going to hear music from both. This dude, Will Wild. He is pretty wild. Look at it. See if you can see that. If you look, it looks like he has a bandolier. If you know what a bandolier is, you know, like the Sancho Villa and Pancho Villa and whoever the two were. So anyway, they had the bandoliers with all the bullets in them. Well, he's got in his bandolier harmonicas. Will Wild, blues is still alive. Actually, if you see those two little dots on there, that means that it has made it to the Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues albums for 2025. It's that good. Last but not least, we've got Tommy Castro, Closer to the Bone. That's what happens to a lot of people when their knees start going out. Anyway, Tommy Castro, Closer to the Bone. So with that, we here, not we is not here, but Rick Keys is here, and me Keys is here, and it Keys is here, and so is X Keys and the Sun. So the Sun, we're all here and saying thank you for listening to the Rick Keys Music Caravan, and I think I'll take those off for a minute. Wow. Okay, that was an experience. So we all are here in Osai, California, welcoming the world to the Rick Keys Music Caravan. Probably one of the best shows you'll ever see in your lifetime. And I'll admit it is tough getting more and more famous, but keep spreading the news, especially my friends in Dhaka and Karachi and where was the one in India? I don't remember. Mumbai. Okay, stay tuned. You know how to listen. Go to Rick Keys Music Caravan on YouTube. You subscribe. Once you subscribe, there's a bell. You press that bell. What that does is helps bring my show and my family and my side into your life on a regular basis. Then what else? There's thumbs. Do that. That helps spread the good news of Rick Keys Music Caravan from side to Karachi and back. And what else? Oh, like, dislike, make sure you like it. That's very important. Dislike is not a good thing to do. And last but not least, you can get the Rick Keys Music Caravan on Facebook. It's called the Rick Keys Music Caravan Blue Show. And then you can subscribe to that and you can get it that way. So stay tuned. Rick Keys Music Caravan coming up with some great music.